BottleNed here. In this very special episode, we're going to dig Victorian age bottles under a 1990s gay dance club.
Digging under the site of an old nightclub here. And look, I'm digging out artifacts from the Rave era. Glow sticks, fun gun, condom packet, solo cup. Yeah. Woo! Dude, this is a historic place. You know why, Paige? Right on this spot in 1985, someone caught an STD. That's the earthquake layer right there, and that's the fire, and then here is 19th century backyard trash layer.
If you look closely at the soil, you can see what archaeologists call strata. These are layers representing cultural deposits from different time periods, which typically get older as you go deeper. The top layer is from what we'll call the Rave era. This consists of debris from a demolished gay dance club which operated here in the 1980s and 90s. Below that is rubble from a large earthquake and fire which destroyed the older buildings on this site way back at the turn of the 20th century. Below that is a Victorian trash layer deposited under the wood-framed dwelling houses that were built on this site in the 1860s.
Oh man, no way, dude. No way. No freaking way. Oh, come on, man, please be whole. Whoa, dude, oh shit. Oh, here's a shot. Here's a freaking shot right there. There's the money shot, baby. Oh, bottle porn. Hey, Paige.
What?
Come here.
Oh, look at that.
It's Bay City. Oh, come on, baby. Be whole. Holy crap. Oh, shit, dude. This thing's whittled. It's hammer whittled.
We were literally just talking about it.
It's hammer whittled. Holy crap. It's whittled. That's a really good specimen, dude. It's got a drippy lippy too. It's got a spillover. 1870s soda bottle. I'm gonna carefully wipe this off. Are you kidding me, dude? I've never really found an example that nice.
Are you serious?
Not that, not personally dug up. Holy George Clinton Parliament Funkadelic. That is dark and whittled. That's a killer example. Oh, mercy. That's gotta be one of the nicest examples of that bottle I've ever pulled out of the ground. This is epic. I can't wait to wash it out. Oh boy. Whoa. Let's get a better shot of that top. Wow. Hello, Dolly. Threw it out right in the pile. Frozen Charlotte, as they call it. Or a penny doll, as they called it back then in the 19th century. A penny doll, you say? Yes. There's the back of her. There's the front. Look at this. This just flew out of the layer. I didn't have time to film it. Dang it. They're just flying out, man, in the sand. Look at that. Pioneer Soda Works. Curved R, San Francisco, late 1870s, early 1880s. Great name, Pioneer Soda Works. Yeah. Look at this profile. Earthquake rubble, the burn, and then the 1800s. Look at all this stuff. Oh, what do you want on your tombstone? 1870s. What else here? I want to pull this stuff, but I don't have two hands. I don't have three hands here. There's a stemware. Let's see. That's a Bennington spout. Bennington teapot, you say. Whoop. Oh, that looks like a big old beer. It's a green blick. That's what they call that. It's shaped kind of like a 1870s black glass bottle, but it's green. Really pretty. Whoa, does that have the beer in it? I think it has the beer in it, man. What the? Ew. Whoa. That's crazy.
Probably still better than Natty Light.
Here, taste it and find out.
Actually, I don't smell anything.
Oh, dude, that's like blood red.
That's poopy caca.
That's not rainwater. Oh, that's bacterial. Yikes. Dude, that's some kind of fermented beverage or something.
Look, do I still
Vampire blood.
Do I still have nose hairs?
Too many.
Oh,
Watch out,
there's
poopy
such
caca.
stuff in it.
Yeah, that's wild.
I found some hair.
What? Throw it over. Oh, it's red hair. It might be horse hair, actually.
Do you think it's connected to a paintbrush or some bone?
Oh, boy. Usually I don't pull stuff, but I want to film for you guys. All this plate, man. And it's all from the 1870s. Jeez. There's a little apothecary bottle back here. Ooh, and it's got some nice patina. Yeah, big old fat lip. Look at that rainbow coloring on it. Yeah. Yeah, baby. This is PHAT fat. Big pieces of iron. You got glass. You got it all. You got good stuff, man. Just exploded an old rusty can back there. I just heard the pop. It was like poof. 150-year-old rusty can opened for the first time. It's got an 1851 comb next to it. I'm going in. Ugh. I got a theory here. Oh, there's a bubble in that window pane. Huh. That's crude. Yeah, this is window pane, obviously, from probably a back window in the house that used to stand right here. And what I think happened is they were opening their windows and throwing their trash right out the back of their windows, and it was landing in this little it was kind of marshy back here, especially in the rainy season. So the stuff was settling down into these layers, because that was pretty common back then, especially if you live in a tenement like there was on this site. They would have just not really cared about the property and thrown their trash right out the window.
In centuries past, before modern germ theory, people commonly tossed their waste wherever they wanted to, without thinking about the potential health consequences. In medieval times, it was an everyday practice to dump your chamber pot waste right out your window and onto the street below. Trash was discarded in a similar fashion. In the 19th century West, the practice was still going strong, fueled by a sense of transitory impermanence and copious amounts of space to toss litter. When people first settled the Old West, it was typically for the purpose of exploiting the landscape. They didn't view it as their home, but more so a place to extract money from before returning back to their place of origin. This was especially true in logging and mining camps. In the mining boom towns of Nevada, litter was accumulating in such high volumes that it became a public nuisance and a fire hazard. If your mining shack was on a hillside above the town, throwing your trash out of your window would result in an accumulation of garbage on the rooftops below, which often led to fires erupting and burning down entire settlements. Some towns even had to pass ordinances stating that people must regularly clean the trash from their rooftops and around the sides of their dwellings. In bigger cities, some neighborhoods contained many boarding houses full of temporary workers who didn't plan to live there very long. I've noticed that these areas contain a lot more trash strewn about the ground because the people living there didn't feel a sense of permanence and ownership, so they were more apt to trash the place and then leave.
Also, the layer is getting deeper as you go that way, which makes sense because on the maps there's a marsh going this way. So you're seeing the beginning of it. It's more shallow here and it starts dropping down into the marsh. Oh boy, that looks like one of those big English pickles. Okay. All right, let's get it out. Let's get it out of here. I don't know why I'm risking my life reaching underneath this overburden for an English bottle, but here I go. Bloody English. It be Goldfields. Nice fancy purity shoulder. That's 1860s all day ling long. Maybe early 1870s, but whew, that's old. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Big sexy Bahama mama from the Caribbean. English pickle Goldfields. Yeah. Look at this, it's right up against a piece of window glass. That looks like an old perfume, man. Oh, that window glass is uncomfortably close. Oh, dang it. The window glass freaking broke that. Oh, man. So close. That's a beautiful old figural perfume. Oh. Oof. Woof. But look what's next to it. It's an old toothbrush. Sometimes these bone-handled toothbrushes can actually say the name of the local dentist or apothecary. Let's see what this one. Let's see, that one is a blanker. It's just a generic, but it is really old. Let's just do a little cherry pick off the mystical, magical, haunted shelf of curiosities. Right here, got a toothbrush I dug up in an 1870s hole, maybe 1860s actually. And if you look really close, it says Burdell Dentist, San Francisco. And Burdell was an apothecary in San Francisco in the mid to late 19th century. Let's see if we can get a better view of that. It's really hard to read. It's just stamped into the bone there. Ooh. Looks like a little apothecary next to it. Dang, also smashed. Dang.
Hey guys, it's Paige now, coming to you live from the lame hole. All I've got is broken pieces so far, but I believe we have now a spice. That's nice. Look at the patina on that already. Woo-hoo.
What?
It's embossed.
What?
Don't want to wipe it because of the patina.
Please say Folger and be Ponald.
What does this say?
Let's see. Bernard.
Oh.
Bernard. But I think the other side says San Francisco too. It'll say San Francisco. That's a scarce embossed freaking spice, man. Good work.
All right. Something from my home.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's nice. Nice piece, man. Killer. Nice work, Paige. I'm just pulling up all kinds of stuff. I got some head. Oh, head. Got head. Oh, I gotta get it quickly before it collapses again. Yeah. Oh, it's just a cod liver oil. J.R. Nichols and Company. Chemists. Oh. Boston. Wow, 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 wow. Not Western. Still a pretty bottle. Look at that. Great fancy letters. Bummer. Bummer, dude. I just pulled out this base out of the hole back there, and look at that. It looks like a lamp, an oil burning lamp, like the part that shoots up the cloth soaked in kerosene. But it looks like there's more of it back there, so that's kind of interesting. Let's see what it was attached to there. Yeah, it looks like the lamp font that contained the kerosene is back there. See, that's what it was attached to, that lip right there. And then there's more of it. It's all broken in place though, unfortunately. Yeah, it's all broken back there. Bummer. Oh, it was a fancy one too. Yep. Sitting in someone's parlor. There you go. What do we have here? Shampoo bottle looks like maybe. Okay. Let's find out. She's loose. Shampoo bottle. H for hair on the bottom. Nice applied top though. Oh, and the shampoo's still inside of it. What's with the bottles on this lot, man? The bott on this lot still got the stuff. Ew. Wow, that'd actually be a good one for my bots with the stuff still inside them collection. You could see a previous video where I show my collection of bots with the gross stuff still in there. Yeah, that's a cork. You can't go wrong with that shape. That's a big butt. That's a big butt right there. Oh, that's fancy, fancy figural. It's not even like a regular doll. But look at that. Yes. Oh, yes. Looks cobalt. What's that thing next to it that looks like milk glass? That looks like a milk glass bottle. Oh shit, it's gonna collapse. Funk. Okay. Gotta remove. Oh boy. Oh, Bay City, baby. Oh man. Oh crap. We're collapsing. Blockasms imminent. Oh yeah, looks mint. There we go. Bay City. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Another Bay City. Way. It looks like some cosmetic bottles next to it. Oh, what? The hell are these things, man? Looks like a bottle. What is that, a soap dish? Whoa, that looks like some sort of box, like a whimsy. What? And there's something else over there. Could that be the lid? Could it be? Let's look. What the? That one actually does look like one of those milk glass cosmetics. What the hell? What a weird coincidence. Yeah, that's a milk glass cosmetic bottle. Hagen's Magnolia Balm. That's like a, like a face bleach, face whitener for the ladies. So you don't look like you're poor. All right. Totally milk glass. How cool is that? Right.
How shall a face, upon which nature has not set the seal of beauty, be made by art to seem beautiful? The woman who is truly womanly is never happy with a sallow, rough, worn, blotched, or otherwise blemished complexion. Give her the costliest garments, that is well. Store her mind with all the graces of elegant culture, that is better. Let her put on religion's sweet array, which is best of all. Still, you cannot make a true woman happy without a fair and clear complexion. Magnolia Balm, which stands today without a rival in the esteem of the fair sex, the world over, is a delightfully perfumed wash, certain to create a fine complexion, and is as harmless in its effects as water. It always produces that clear, brilliant, and radiant purity of the skin, which ladies most sigh for, and the opposite sex most admire. Hagen's Magnolia Balm makes a lady of 30 appear by 20.
So I was hoping this was the lid maybe to this, whatever this whimsy box was. That's definitely had a lid. Whoa. What the F is that, man? Something fell out. It looked like, I'm like, that's not the lid though, because it's too small. It's like some other whimsy. It's like someone's dress. Maybe there's two parts that go together. It looks like the bottom part of something. What the actual factual? Well, it's got a number on the base, 905. Like, that's how many were made, maybe? I want to find the top to that. Whoa.
Did you know that trinket boxes have been used to store valuable and sentimental objects since ancient Egypt? Skilled artisans made them from materials such as wood, alabaster, ivory, and sometimes precious metals, showcasing the wealth and social standing of their owners. By the Victorian era, people were more focused on keeping personal items that reminded them of love and loss, otherwise known as memento mori. And these boxes evolved into treasured keepsakes that stored tokens of dead loved ones, such as locks of hair, photographs, and mourning buttons.
Okay, I see something back here. It almost looks like probably a cherry toothpaste pot lid with the base next to it. Hopefully it's a San Francisco pot lid though. That would be way better. Okay, I'm getting ahead of my skis. It might just be an unembossed pot lid. Let's see. I jinxed it. Yeah, it's just a plain pot lid. With the crazing. You crazing. There's the base at least though. Let's see it. Here we go. Let's see if it fits together. I think it will. There we go. That's like a toothpaste or a cold cream pot. Pot, I say. Okay, this damn thing's collapsed so many times. We're gonna have to call it a night. I'm hungry. We're tired. But I've measured where I stopped in the layer. It's kind of how you do it in a dump, layer. So I used the shovel and I tunneled to here from inside my hole, and now I'm just gonna measure the feet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.5 to dirt nap. Yeah. So tomorrow I'm gonna take a dirt nap 7.5 feet this way, dig a hole right here. There you go. Yeah. We're about to take off for tonight, but in Paige's hole, there's the weirdest thing. I just wanted to show you guys this. I don't have the energy to remove it right now, but it looks like the base to a column, like some architecture. I thought maybe it was modern, like a big concrete piece of junk, but all around it is still the 19th century layer. So I think this is an 1800s, like the base to a column on a big classical revival building, a commercial building or something. Possibly. I can't really recognize that. It seems to be made of concrete or stone. Funky, huh? I don't know. Just when you thought you were done, you still have to fill in the rave hole. Here, you need this to dull the pain. Never ends. Well, looks like the rest of my layer took a dirt nap. Dishes are done, man. It's rolled. And that, everybody, is why you always dig like a freaking maniac so you can get as much bott as possible before they screw it up. Okay, the great wash has taken place. And here are the fruits of our labor. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go through each one of these as usual, these objects that we found. I'll start on this end and lead up to the, the fun. Actually, this is really cool. This is an Eastern blown Western spice bottle. So San Francisco, Vernard, probably a French dude that made cinnamon, nutmeg things to spice up your life and your table. This dates to about 1870. It's pretty early. Maybe as late as 1875, maybe as early as 68 or so. It's cool. It's got a beautiful luster to it. It's got the sea glass look. As you can tell, it's not blown in the West Coast. It's blown on the East Coast. So it's got the horrendous glass, but it's made it kind of beautiful. I kind of like that stain sometimes. I don't know why. It just reminds me of something that's just an artifact. It's ancient. There's the bone-handled brush. Kind of a fancier one, thicker, with some edges there, some panels. Here's those Whimsy box bases. So there's a dress right there, and there was some kind of figurine that was hollow inside a box. Being really cool if we found the top to that. And here's the bottom of this base with these marks on the base, whatever that indicates. And this is kind of cool. This must be some sort of Asian figurine because it's got like a ponytail. Paige was washing this and pointed that out. So it's like black hair, braided hair going down to his butt, probably an Asian person, but made for white people as like a whimsy figurine. And there's your penny dolls and things like that, the pipes. Broken penny dolls, so many of these in the ground. The kids broke them, outgrew them, and then they end up in the soil. There's just as many of these guys in the soil as there is marbles and things like that for the boys. All right, moving on to the Higgins Magnolia Bomb. The light is a little bit inferior right now. It's almost like not inflated, that embossing, it's not blown completely into the mold there. And look at the beautiful etching on this Hugs cooking extracts. Hugs extracts. I love it. Sea glass, Ned. Rivers of time. This too, when you get into these older bottles that you dig on, and they're clear, but they almost all have this amazing patina or etching and stuff. Look at this one. Oh, what a treat. What a treat, man. Even the clear stuff, when you get this age, you get this brilliance because the stuff's been buried long enough. Yeah. That's what we like. We like the patina. So that stuff will be enjoyable to look at. Little mini inkwell. Yeah. Nothing's worse than a clear, slick turn bottle that's all clean. We like the sea glass here. Moving on to the Pioneer. This is a great one. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful Pioneer soda. Western blown, obviously. You see the difference. You got the picture. Crude. It's got some of that like surface pitting naturally when they annealed it. And there's a texture, really crude texture on the surface. A nice dark, fiery aqua. Late 1870s, early 80s on that. There's the mystery fluid, mystery hair fluid. Ew. It's definitely, I believe this hair tonic or this hair lotion, it probably always was like this. There was probably a silt at the bottom and you had to shake it up before you used it. Because there's like a liquefied powder stuff that eventually settles. So I believe it always came like that. Here is just an incredible Bay City. There's the top. And there's the whittle. The whittle effect is superior in a bottle. Look at that. Oh, just look at it. That is a top specimen. That's one of the best specimens I've ever dug. Someone opened it with an ice pick, so there's a little bit of chippy on the lippy there. But I'm going to just take that and fill it with resin. And I'm going to have God, aka the God of all bottles, aka Lou, just repair that. He's just going to put some resin in there. And it's a very small issue. It doesn't have any cracks or bruises coming out of it. But he's just going to smooth it out. He's not going to take any glass away. He's just going to add some resin that's going to be, it's going to blend right into that. And it's going to be the same color. He's going to match the color. And he's going to make it disappear. And that's, I mean, this is an incredible example. We're gonna be keeping this example because that's the best example I've ever dug of the Bay City in depth of color and whittle. And then this example actually isn't too shabby either. It's not that pure blue. It's more of that tealy color that you commonly see in Bay Cities. It doesn't have the whittle because most Bay Cities, the quality control I noticed was pretty high on these, but this one, we kind of lucked out too. Look, there's a freaking swirl in it, man. There's a swirl of amber green, some sort of gunk that got into the crucible of glass and it was blown into the bottle. I wish there was more swirls. There's some smaller ones up here, but there is one. And I have seen specimens of this bottle where there's just these swirls, but they're even wider than that, and they're all going up and down the bottle. And those are the super heavy examples too. But this is a pretty damn good example because it does have a swirl, and it's dead mint, stupid, just ridiculous mint. Okay, here's this Wolf Blood Ale. These are actually really pretty. I like these. They're some speculation that these things were blown on the West Coast. I don't believe that to be true. They're probably Euro, but because the color is too consistent on them. But they have these, and the top looks European, but they have these cool tops. They're like applied tops, and they're all stuck on there. Totally separate piece of glass, all crude and wonky and not supposed to be there. But yeah, they're like ale bottles. Really beautiful. They might have been blown in America somewhere. These are really a mystery. If anyone in England has ever seen these, or Germany or somewhere, just let me know in the comments. And then let's go for this clunky English Goldfields pickle. There you go. The classic scuzzy green aqua. It's you know, as much trash as I'll be talking about the English bottles. Look at that weird mold spill in there. It's kind of bizarre. I really like the overall aesthetic, kind of in a way. I appreciate, you know, the way they look, in the sense that they look like a crude piece of sea glass or something. You know, they have that like old look, even though they look like a giant Lego. There's something really clunky even about the design. Actually, I'll show you right here. So I'll compare it to the elegance of the American Gothic pickle. The American Gothics are just, in my opinion, superior. Sorry to offend anyone from across the pond there, but there's the difference. This is a Western blown one, but some of the Eastern ones come dark like this too. This is just a moderately Gothic, super crude, bubbly. Look at that, look at the windows and just the depth of color. And then just like the super Gothic peaks and all the intricate designs. And then there's this freaking quasi-futuristic Lego potato bottle. I don't know, they're just kind of stupid. Sorry, they're kind of stupid. But we still like them, and they still have form, and they're interesting and old, and they you know, you got to give them a little bit of credit, you know. Sorry, guys. But I didn't invent the rules. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the nightclub dig. We'll be back soon in the next episode.